Hello everyone, welcome back to another HOI4 video. Today we are doing probably the most broken democratic path in all of HOI4, Germany. Yeah, a little bit surprising with, them being Germany and all, but that's what we're doing. Historical, no Iron Man. Just in case I fail this, I don't want to record it 5 times. Now we're in Germany. Probably one of the strongest military countries in the world, but yeah, we're not gonna do that anymore. We like democracy, helping, liberating countries now, because that's what we're gonna become. Start off, we're obviously gonna do rally the warmer shot, start the civil war. Is that how you say that? A warmer shot? I don't know. We're just gonna we're gonna build some civs for now, build them in the higher infrastructure states, and then for military factories, it doesn't matter too much what you put your mills on. What they have it already is kind of good. I'll kind of try to make it a little bit more balanced, but that should be fine. Special projects, you need a scientist to start, obviously. Oopsie. We'll probably get a military engineering vehicle. I doubt we'll use it, but that's it. Put all of our troops into an army. And for research, there is a debate on what the best research for Germany at the start is. But I like to do industry, electronics, and just the so basically support weapons. I think is probably the best way to go. And now we have our first event, the loyalty of the Kriegsmarine. This is basically pretty much the Royal Navy, pretty much the German Navy. If you get it, you'll take a lot of the Navy. Will be great, but you have to do either this focus, or you have to do this focus once you do it, which kind of sets off the plans a little bit, but the Navy is quite important, so you should try to grab them up. And now we're at war. We instantly become non-aligned, and this is amazing. So instantly, we're going to put in all of our troops in one division. We're going to split them in half. Probably a few. I'll take like these 6. I'll take these. Angetreten. And move them over. And now, this here, he's actually a really good general. You do only keep him till the duration of the war, because then he becomes your interim president. But for the time being, he is very nice to have. And we're going to put on a offensive doctrine onto him, which is very useful actually. And now there's a couple things we can do. We can either rally the nation, which gives us recruitable population, and it's a nice focus for the war, or we can do our economic path, or we can even do like military path. I think the best probably is this, just because you want to be down here. You want to be able to do this pretty much as soon as the war is over. So I like to do rally the nation. You don't have to do rally the nation, but realistically, it's the best thing to do. So it's kind of up to what you want to do. And now some of our friends, the separated communists, come home. No. It gives us non-aligned popularity, which isn't what I want, because we're going democratic, but still, we're not going communist. And now we get the first pretty important event, the reformation of paramilitary wings. You want to do this one? It's the first one that gives you democratic support, and you get weekly manpower and daily democratic support. This is pretty much a crucial focus if you want to be able to do that fast. For our next focus, realistically, there's a couple of things you can do. I like to do denazification camps, because I really just want to make it to the bottom there, realistically. As soon as you can, you also want to get your military general. I kind of messed out on that. I didn't do it too fast. And you want to get your army recruiting general. Well, actually, probably infantry overall. Yeah. You also want to make sure you have troops going in the back, because if you don't do this war right, it can take a while. I kind of want to do it right. Realistically, you just have to separate the south from here, because then it's a lot easier to do. But just make sure that you're preparing for the war. And when you get to this point, you also might want to research better artillery, because a lot of our divisions have it, and we just want to build this war. We want to win this war as fast as we possibly can. Now we're in a situation like this where we basically cut off the south. We're gonna kill the rest of their troops here. And once this happens, the north is pretty easy. You want to kind of do this fast, I guess, because the Silesi will eventually revolt over here, and they can just be extra annoying. And it just makes the war take longer, which is obviously what we do not want. We want to make this war take as little time as possible. Now that the denazification camps is done, you can rebuild the nation. It is only a 35-day focus. And the thing is, I don't like doing it quite yet because the Germans haven't fully bombed everything. They'll destroy pretty much everything here still. They destroyed a lot of infrastructure here, but they will still do it here. So you kind of want to get that later. So for now, you know, since we're not the bad guys, no, not those guys, we'll do something I normally don't do and prioritize economic growth, which by the start of it just looks like you're becoming a lot worse. But trust me, it's not that bad. Now that we have finished our new economic growth, which, you know, realistically just made us a lot worse, we're simply gonna rebuild the nation now. We're on the doorstep of Berlin. After this, they're gonna pretty much capitulate. And it's good to start rebuilding our nation because, yeah, we have many broken things. Many broken things. Which is obviously not too ideal. And don't get used to having too many of our factories actually, you know, building. Because normally you're supposed to go down the rest of this, but no, we will be political path. So yeah, don't get too used to that. This event will keep happening. This is where we obviously get our damage done. It's a bit annoying, but it's okay. Wow! Mussolini finished up quick. Before the Spanish Civil War. Whoa! Oh, there's the German Civil War done. Nazi leadership captured. You can either get rid of them or imprison them. Realistically, you don't really want this. You just want to go ahead and just, you know, say goodbye to them. Just say goodbye to them. You know, it's okay. For the future paramilitary wings, we'll keep them for now. They still do stuff. They still do good stuff for us, so there's no real point in discarding them quite yet. We're going to rebuild the nation because this just infrastructure, civilian, 545 days. This guy gets extra stuff. Just overall really good buffs. Now, a little bit problematically, that little uprise over here is still, they're still trying to do it. You can do either of these. I kind of like doing this one because the Van Bock gets skills. I'm going to do both of them. For our new focus, we're definitely going to tend to the future of Germany because this will fully stop it. And we won't have to deal with this anymore. You know, even though we're going to be the good guys now. That's a quote-unquote spread democracy. Yeah. We're going to get our first MIO. Realistically, I'm not going to be using the tanks this game. So I'm going to switch to a grand battle plan. I know, but it's Germany, you should always do mobile warfare, but I don't feel like I'm gonna. For MIOs, I like doing this right here because it is realistically the best method for artillery MIOs. Once you finish that, I'll tend to the future of Germany. Once this focus finishes, we can do monarchist sentiment, which, you know, doesn't sound too democratic, but, you know, we're basically going to let this guy think that he wins, and then get rid of him. So, yeah, I don't know if he'll be too happy, yeah, but he's a good leader, but, you know, we don't need him. Who needs this guy? Really, who needs this guy? We're going to monarchy compromise, which will change popularity and democracy, and give us a advisor. Speaking of which, we have 260 political power, but right now, I kind of want democratic support, even though I could go to like partial MOB, which would be nice, but realistically it's not like a major thing I need here. Yeah, for sure not like a major thing I need. Out of all of these, I think the economic reformer is the best, because even though I said we would never be seeing good consumer goods again, there's still a chance we might be able to. And democracy has been re-established. Yay. We're gonna take the traditionalist, and now we look like this. Kingdom. We're democratic. I promise. We're democratic. Yeah, we are. It's just like, if anybody else tells you differently, they're just straight up wrong. And that's, yeah, they're just straight up wrong. So don't listen to them. Next up, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do the I completely butchered that. Don't quote me on it, guys. Don't quote me on it. But we're gonna get this very nice. And in the background, I've also been working on a little bit of an agency, because there's something very interesting we're gonna be doing. Sending them into Bulgaria. For why, I'll tell you a little bit later. I'll tell you. And look at that, we can realize European unity. Will we be doing that today? I guess you'll have to find out. And now we have completed the focus tributes for guarantees, and now we're gonna do Danzig for guarantees. Basically, the goal of this, to start off, will be to get as many people as physically possible into our faction. That's it, simply it, so far. Latvia accepts our condition, Lithuania accepts our condition, and Estonia. Out of this, we also gain the Mel, which is really cool. They're not quite in our faction yet, but we guarantee them all. And they basically give us stuff, which, you know, I'll definitely take. Now that we do Danzig for guarantees, I will likely also accept it. And then we're instantly, after that, gonna go straight down here. We're gonna go to Middle Europa, the Austrian question, align Czechoslovakia, and then sway the Balkans, because this is why I sent that little spy into Bulgaria. Let's just say that. And now we have completed Danzig for guarantees. And look at that. The kingdom. No, remember, we're democratic. With our old kingdom borders, but no. We're democratic now. We're nice people. Everybody should know that. Okay. Yeah. Now we're gonna go down Middle Europa. Poland returns Danzig. Amazing. Now the thing is, we will likely not get Austria because that. Sadly, but it's all right. Yeah. Either have to be a faction. Yeah, it's not likely any of that will really happen. We have to wait a little bit to do this because we have to sway him to our side. Which is like, okay, this takes it takes a second. We will improve our beautiful opinion. And we might, yeah, we do. Cool. Alright, we'll do it. In 7 days, this is done. We'll do align Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia should join. We shouldn't have any problems realistically with that. They're not necessary. They are democratic, so yeah, they'll definitely join. And after that, we can finally start messing around in the Balkans. And, yeah, this also happened. Nice little communist uprising. Don't mind it though. We're historical. We'll also go ahead and get probably a construction company right now, because we are still working on building quite a bit of mills to update on research. Mainly be doing research, industry focuses, and I would like to do the next radio, but that would be stupid. So we're gonna go straight into what am I saying? We're gonna go straight into improved infantry equipment. And believe it or not, we're going to change up this division because a nice block of troops isn't exactly the best. I'd like to add these, but apparently I'm too broke. We'll train a few of these up in the background. We're not necessarily full on equipment, but we do have to have some equipment for when the Soviets get aggressive towards our new friends. We can't have them doing anything we don't like. And now we ask Austria that big question. We'll see if they accept. For now, we'll do align Czechoslovakia. Oh my gosh, they actually did. That normally doesn't actually happen in my test runs. This should all be core. No. Yeah, there we go. Wasn't core there for a second. A little bit weird. And Greater Hungary is also now in our faction. Let's go. It's very nice. They might get... Yeah, they just get this one. That they'd get a bigger one, but they'll still try to go, let's just say they'll still try to go the bad ideology, so. We might have to deal with them eventually, you know. So we can't be having that. We can't be having that. We can't. We'll focus on this now, and we'll wait for Czechoslovakia to like us. Now that Czechoslovakia is friends with us, we're going to instantly dissuade the Balkans. This is we were trying to get down here. There is also a lot of really nice focuses down here. This path is very much about getting people in your factions because you can get a lot from it. You can establish a customs union, which gives pretty much everybody a great spirit. You can make a cooperation spear. This is really good, especially when you get eventually like 10, 12 members in your alliance. Really nice trade agreements. Helps even more. This one, you can start puppeting people. This one, more. So it's very nice. We're going to start off with this so we can make all of these people down here democratic. And to start that, our beautiful boys down here are going to actually start doing something called boosting ideology. That's right, Bulgaria will be friends with us. They will be friends with us. Let's see how much. Let's see how fast this goes up. Yeah, that's pretty fast. Eventually, once we get Swede the Balkans done, if the popularity of democracy goes over 45%, they will have a civil war. And they get a spirit from that focus that also gives them an extra 10%, 0.10 democracy support a day. So it's going to be pretty hard for them to avoid that, which is all the better for us. We're going to get a logistics company for when we have to fight in over here. Always a bit annoying. And now we will simply wait for us to sway the Balkans. Now that the Balkans are completely swayed, we gain a few focuses. Influence, influence, influence. You see that up there, Germany basically influences the kingdom of Yugoslavia. The civil war will break out if the support goes over 45%. Romania will go over 45%. Albania will go over 45%. Yugoslavia might need some help, but normally they go over 45%. All three of those do it on their own. Bulgaria is the only one that just needs a little push. So that is simply why we add a little bit of help, you know. Just so we can give them a little extra push. And now that that's done, I'm gonna start working on going over here and rebuilding the High Seas Fleet because somebody's a little bit mad. Can't be having that. Now that we have gone ahead and rebuilt the High Seas Fleet, somebody over here is not mad anymore, which is amazing. We can also start influencing Romania, which is also amazing. And realistically, we're not gonna really do much over here for a while, so it's pretty much the last we'll see of that. Next up, we're gonna go and try to get both. We're gonna go expand, and we're gonna get Scandinavia in. Out of all of these, the best one to do is it's debatable, but I like to do probably offer military production support because it gives us a little bit of boost to our industry, gives everybody in the faction a bit, so you know it's not bad, obviously. And now for this, not Yugoslavia, You know Yugoslavia, that's all you. In about 10 in political power, we're going to get our beautiful grand battle plan expert. Germany does have a lot of good military things, I will admit. We'll also go down that a little bit more. And something really nice with being hashtag quote-unquote democratic Germany is that you can basically get resources from everybody. Turkey, we can get tungsten from British Malaya if we really even wanted to. And we can get rubber. That's a really important thing. Because we can literally just get rubber from these guys. Because they're not really going to be mad at us. So, let's go find ourselves some new friends. In some new places, you know. Just make sure, just expand a bit. Democratically, of course. Yeah. Now that we've made our boundaries go eastward, Lithuania joins, Latvia joins, Poland joins, and Estonia joins. Let's look at our beautiful factions. Already, it's kind of hard to tell, you know, since ours is gray, which, you know, great. But all of this is us already. We're gonna get all 4 of these, and then if we're lucky, we'll get all 4 of these, Italy, and Turkey, and likely Greece. So it is very, it's very broken. It's just that's just the point. It's very broken, democratic, you know, democratic. Yeah. And now we reach out to the Scandinavians. Norway, Denmark, and Sweden all accept our offer. And let's just say, seems like we're getting bigger every day. Look at that. Jeez, that's kind of broken. Finland will not actually accept your offer quite yet, sadly. Normally, you have to go down, support the Finns, and then ensure Finland's loyalty, which will make them your puppet. But realistically, it doesn't matter too much how you do that. It's kind of no matters if you do it well. Really, next thing we're going to do is we're kind of done with the main part of all this. We don't have to do anything for a little bit. The next thing I kind of want to do is kind of fix up our economy, because it's 75% consumer goods. Not great. Bulgarian Sikh claims you have to say yes to this or they will not join your faction in the future, which is not good. Look at that. Bulgaria's at 39%. They're about to be friends with us. Let's say they're about to be friends with us. Yeah. And we spread that all democratically. We didn't do anything to their politics or any stuff like that. And now that we have finished the last of our economic focuses, which, by the way, here they are, really just trying to get rid of all of the consumer goods stuff, which have gone down a little bit now. Let's find it. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that gives us consumer goods. 25% only. Not too bad anymore. That'll only get better once you focus on it a little bit more. We're not going to focus on it a little bit more quite yet. Next thing we want to do is get down to integrated economies. And to do that, we need to get the cooperation sphere. And while we're here, I am also going to switch up this. Actually, I don't have enough military experience. I guess I can add a motorized recon company and a logic company, though, which is nice. And now we get Sweden. The Swedish trade agreements they're very nice. I'm just gonna be honest, they're very nice. We'll get the rest of our advisors for this. Very important to get them. If you don't, straight up, you know, you won't have any experience. And kind of important. And look at that. There's a small Bulgaria. Ugh, horrible ideology. There's a better Bulgaria. They're obviously going to win this. And once they do, we can go over here and invite them to Mitropa. Actually, I guess we could just invite them now. You can do it later if you want, but they will not switch unless you have spies. And now that they are done with that, we are going to throw our spies into Yugoslavia, so they can do the same thing. They're at what, 36%? Romania is at 40%. You still don't have to do anything with them. And Albania's at 24%. Even though it looks like they're not going to go up, they basically just always go up 5. That never will really change. So that's alright. Turkey wants us to invest in them. We will invest in Turkey. We want them in our faction eventually. So why not? We'll do some more public works. Just so basically our country can really fully be fixed. And our next artillery finished, so we can switch that out. I've switched my production over to military factories because we have plenty now, and we fixed our consumer goods factory problem. So there's no real need to do much more with that. We'll do this, we'll split them into 2, and we already have, I mean, like 3.5 full divisions. The Russians are going to basically attack us in 1939 when they were meant to attack Poland. You know, normally with our help, but no, we're the nice guys. The kingdom, like Republic, I would say. Yeah, it makes more sense. Republic of Germany. We're gonna anti-air. We're gonna put it into our divisions soon, and we'll work on getting better guns. There we go. And now we have. Whoa. That normally doesn't happen too much, but they are now all in our integrated little economies. And now if we go over here, we can invite both Iceland and Bulgaria to it because for some reason they don't get asked, but it's kind of weird. I don't really know why. And now we can offer them economic integration. Now, the best focus, I think, in the end, pretty much this entire thing right here is the European Confederation. Because basically, this just allows us to access. This basically allows us to annex anybody in our faction, and they really will always say yes. Which is a little bit broken. If you're thinking it's a little bit broken, you're not alone, but, you know, I'm not going to say anything. So, yeah. I guess it's good for us. Now that we have finished this focus, we have an interesting choice. We can either support the Finns, try to get them with our faction, or we could hold joint military drills, you know, get us ready for the Soviets, which are going to come in about a year. We could get Turkey, try to get Turkey into our, you know, faction, which is nice, but there's a lot of stuff we can also do up here. At first, the brain drain stuff is like okay, not necessarily my priority for sure, and the Locarno Treaty is kind of cool. It kind of gets the French on our side. They'll eventually give us our colonies back, which is nice, but I don't need it. Like, realistically, I don't really need it. So I'm not gonna do this quite yet, and this is just, it gives like a nice buff, but what I really want is Turkey. And to make sure they join up, even though they are pretty strongly non-aligned, we will make sure that we increase our relations. And that really should be it, because for some reason when Germany asks people things, they always say yes. Turkey has joined our faction, and now that that's happened, I think it's pretty much time to show you what this focus does. You know, it really helps us be democratic, I think. Yeah. In the meantime, we'll do trade agreements because I want to get Italy into our faction too. But for now, look at this economic integration. The first step is increasing the people in our faction's economic dependency. This is a little bit political power expensive, so you should do it with who you really want to do it with. I want to do it with Sweden. I want to do it with the Czechoslovakians. I want to do it with Hungary. I want to do it with Bulgaria for now. In 35 days, you'll see that they might just become a puppet of us. Yeah, it's really that simple. They straight up just become a part of us. This doesn't really happen to Turkey. I don't think you can make it. I think it's just for people in Europe that you can do this to that are in your faction, even though Turkey's in our faction now. But for example, they don't have to be in our faction when you take the focus. Like when we get Yugoslavia, Romania into our faction, we'll still be able to do it with them. So, you can't do it with Turkey, but it's still great to have Turkey in your faction, because another force to fight against the Russians. Which are on the, you know, they're gonna come. They're gonna come. And actually, I was thinking, since Poland went ahead and they didn't really want to join our economic integration, which was kind of mean of them, you know? So I'm gonna have to... Sorry, Poland. But we really don't need you. Poland's not the faction. There's no way to get them back in. But when Russia starts to clear in Poland, this will basically just give us more time to become extremely powerful, which we will become extremely powerful. And Poland, you know, Poland might not be joining us for a little bit, but you know, they'll be back. All of our beautiful friends have accepted economic integration, and Bulgaria, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, and Germany and Sweden are all our puppets now. It's stupidly broken, I'm gonna be honest. Now, if you really wanted to, you could straight up start annexing them. We're not gonna do that because there's no point quite yet, but it is still fun to think about that you could eventually just take everybody, just straight up annex them, which we might do at the end, but you know, just because that's the most democratic thing to do. Not let them have a self-governing, you know, person. Let us do the democracy. Let us do the democracy. And now, an extra special thing happens. Yugoslavia finally goes ahead and switches. Next, we will be sending our beautiful spies over to Romania. I think they're about to flip, but actually they are pretty much going to flip on their own. So, we're actually going to go and send them over to Albania. Albania's not as important, but, you know, a puppet's a puppet. And speaking of puppets, we have now, we're only 3 away from having every person in our faction being a puppet, which is, I mean, I don't know why you're allowed to do that. It's kind of weird. And there's the spring sale. Wow. Yeah, I don't know why I need to do that, but thanks, Steam. And there goes the Romanian Civil War, and there goes Italy joining our faction. Why are they still at war with Ethiopia? Jeez, I don't know why. I don't know. It's Italy, I guess. Now that we have finished all that, we do have an option. We don't have too much time longer until we have to fight the Russians, so we can either get the finish on our side, or we can maybe do some of this stuff. It doesn't matter too much what you do. I'm gonna go for the research slot, and then I'm gonna get the finish on my side. Excuse me, because that just seems kind of like the best decision. And now that we actually have a moment of political, army experience. Jeez, I'm saying. We're gonna add a support anti-air. We're gonna add an artillery. Maybe let's see if we can add 2. Let's see. No. We need 6,000. You know what? We can do it. And then as soon as we get down to the next part in our focus tree, we will go ahead and make those 5 down to just make them have even more of a punch. These should both win these civil wars really easily. They're meant to. That's actually a little bit concerning. Why are they losing? Wait. Are they gonna lose? What? Yugoslavia is gonna lose? What? Oh, I'm at war with the Allies. Great. I'm not at war with them like really yet, but as if they ever join the war, you know, I have to be. I'm gonna keep all of my people called in, just in case the Allies just in case they want to make, just in case they make a fool of themselves and declare war on us. We are on the same team, so I don't know why they do that, but I guess you never know with the allies. You really don't. We'll make sure we put some more production into these two. And we can't get a non-aggression pact, which is a bit annoying. That actually might influence me to go down. That might influence me to go down this, because when you do this, they're a lot more susceptible to accepting your diplomatic requests, which would be very nice right now. Yeah, actually, I think I am gonna go down that, just because going to war with the allies right now would not be exactly my fun time. So we're gonna re-ratify the Locarno Treaty. We'll got more divisions. That didn't think that was what I clicked on, but okay. Throw the divisions in this, and we now have 4 real divisions. This is plenty to hold out against the Soviets, realistically. And right now we actually only have this front line and this front line to deal with. So that's really extra nice. And now that we actually have a little bit of extra command power, we can offer economic integration, which is the first step to Italy, and we can we'll get Norway as a puppet, I guess. And now once we get 50 political power, we can straight up puppet Italy, and they will not say no, which is, I don't know how that's allowed, but you know what? I'm not complaining, so cool. Do that. We have more divisions, which is nice. And yeah, we'll wait for this to be ratified, re-ratified, I suppose. Romania was annexed, which means we should be able to invite them. I think, yeah. We need to increase our opinion a little bit, but then we can invite them, which is nice. I don't think the Yugoslavia we want is going to win the war. Which is surprising, because normally they always do. But I guess it's okay. I guess it's okay. I will go ahead and get the Franco-German Pact, which should allow us to get the, here we go, the non-aggression pact. So this should make it so France won't join this war. So even if the British do, which would be annoying, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. It'd be okay. For research, probably just want to get better equipment, because that war with the Soviets is looming around the corner. Bit scary. I went ahead and got nice with the finish, and once we do this, which I don't know what we need here. Oh, okay, I actually can't. I'm sorry about that. But basically, the finish are on our side now, which is really nice. The last thing I'm gonna do here, I got my research slot, by the way, over there, which is very nice. So the thing I'm going to do over here probably next is maybe this. I don't know. We'll see. I'm probably going to ally the White Russians, because kind of nice. They give manpower, they give good generals, and they give attack bonus against the Soviets. So, you know, overall, obviously not horrible things. I'll take it all. In our division, we still can't do this quite yet. Where are we on that, actually? You have to get down to this one, I think. Yeah. And then we can do that, but we'll be there very soon. And there's our non-aggression pact with Finland. So basically as soon as the Russians go to war with Finland, we will be at war with, obviously, the Soviets. So, it's going to be a little bit annoying. We'll get docking rights, and we will get military access for ourselves for when that happens. And surprisingly, Yugoslavia is still not in our faction, but it's alright. Albania is going to be in it soon. They are increasing popularity very fast. Nicely, so yeah. We'll wait and get the White Russians on our side. Now, some very nice things have happened. Romania restored our faction. Finish that focus there. and we can get trade negotiations. But the best thing that happened here is it'll pop up Denmark. Okay, Denmark's our puppet, and Italy is our puppet. Italy. This, a major power was just, you know what? It's cool. I'll be your puppet. Like, it's alright. You know, we good. I finished up these. I'm going to hold some joint military drills. Albania has gone democratic, and so has Greece after they win this war. Hopefully they will. I'd be surprised if they didn't, to be fair. We're gonna need to improve our relationships with Albania if we want to be in a faction with them. So do that. People just love sending me stuff. It's so nice. They just love it. They just love sending me everything they own. So I just love it. Oh, one of our agents got captured. It shouldn't matter. He was in Albania. I'm just gonna kind of leave him there. I'm gonna leave him there to die. Yeah, poor guy. On other notes, we are expanding very much so military-wise. I'm gonna have to promote this guy. I'm running out of flipping generals, which is a bit annoying. They're very important, of course. The war will start very, very soon. I don't exactly know where I want to do the main attack from. Though we do have a lot of different places we can do it from. I'm going to send these guys up to Finland for now. I will need military access for that. Where to have it? Why can't the heck? Okay, well, I guess not. I'll send these guys over here for now, and I'll send these guys over here for now. Should work out quite nice. They are justifying on us, so it will very soon be time to, you know, spread more democracy. Even more democracy. We're just such nice people. We just love spreading democracy. We just love it. It's just like, I don't know how you couldn't like us, because we just love spreading democracy. Get some more people on our faction. Let's just take a look at the faction for a little bit. All of this, and pretty much all of these people are pretty much ours. Like, they're our puppets. Look at all of that. And they're not even bad puppets. They're like pretty mid-tier. Like, you think they'd be colonies or something, but no. They are normal puppets. It is kind of crazy how that happened. How this, like, is allowed as a focus group. But it's cool nonetheless. The war will start very soon. We're holding more joint military drills, and then I'm going to go down and do this one, because after we have this, and this, we have so many buffs versus the Soviet Union. They will fall. It's just straight up, they will. As Hungary canceled our lend lease, don't worry, Bulgaria is there to help us though. It's alright. Even more people, we are pumping them out, which is nice. So, it looks as though the Finnish have been declared on, which means that it's our time. So, you know what? It's time. We're going to go ahead and invite Finland to the faction. We're going to go ahead here. Everybody should be in, but I'll call everybody else in. The French want to join. If they want to join, we will go ahead, get some more tungsten. Not very important, but okay. And we will send our boys into Moscow, and we will send these boys over into Stalingrad. I really don't see us having any problem with doing this. We really shouldn't. If we do, that would be kind of sad. We'll see. We're gonna instantly start attacking. I don't know why my people are off. I don't know why we're getting barely any recon. It's a little bit weird. But alright, it should be fun. We can't do this sadly because we are, you know, already at worth them. So we don't get that buff, but it is okay. Realistically, what you do after this is kind of up to you. I'm going to do the military focuses because, you know, nice. They're nice to have in a war and all. And let's see how this goes. So far, I can say the war is going quite well. I can't make any mistake about it. We're going to deploy a few of these, and the rest I'm actually going to have to probably cancel because we're in a bit of a deficit, believe it or not. Yeah, we were down 3,000 guns there, which is not exactly what I want. Not exactly what I want. Send those boys out to the front line. So far it is going good. I mean, straight up it's all of this versus them, so they didn't have an amazing chance, but you know, it's always good for them to try. Look at everybody else in more integrated. Finland too, which is amazing. So that will mean that we will literally get all of the war support for this war. We will have everything. We will have 100% because we'll have these two puppeted, which is kind of crazy. The Nationalists just won. Congrats for them, I guess. A little bit late, I feel like. A little bit late, but you know, it's alright. We'll get the Prussian Legacy, which will give us more infantry attack. So really, just everything is great. We're already out here. German Sweden landed in the Sevastopol. It's crazy that they did that. We can probably get an encirclement over here. Might literally just be that easy. Okay, that's nice. We'll see what happens, and let's see. We already got some beautiful, juicy encirclements. Realistically, there's nothing much they can do. They're being attacked from Turkey, from here, from like literally all sides. As soon as we connect with Finland, I mean, there's nothing they can really do. We are actually running out of manpower, but once I get enough, I will extend it to extensive conscription, but there's still, I mean, they already lost this war, practically. It's just, I mean, it's just all of this versus them, so it was kind of, they were kind of doomed before it even started. Poor Soviets. We gotta spread democracy, though. We gotta spread democracy. I'll keep improving this, you know, we'll get improved motorized troops. Well, I think we can say that it is officially not going too well for the Soviets. They literally, there's nobody on the border. They're all over here, or they're all encircled back here somehow still. I really don't know how we haven't killed these guys yet. It's pretty sad I've been back there, to be honest, that's why. But there goes Stalingrad. I mean, let's look at the differences in casualties. Oh, 2.16 million? Oh, pretty bad. Oh, we actually do have 800k, which is, you know, we have been pushing the entire time. Well, I think we are. I have a funny feeling, a funny one, that we are about to win against the poor old Soviets. Wow, that is cheap. That was a 10 experience for a doctrine. Okay, wow. I mean, we can get a V3, sure. V5, sure. I mean, I don't even care anymore. Do some stuff with the MIOs. Don't know why the console's open. I mean, they're looking awfully close. They still just straight have no troops on their borders, so nothing much they can do there. Oh, lag. Yep, that's what it means. Let me go ahead and work on this. Now, let's just say that we did the right thing, and you know, we helped, we freed people. Look at this. Look how many free people. Maybe they're not fully free, you know, but why does that even matter? Oh, look, France wants to join our nation. Wait a second. There's no way. Can I? There's no way. Can I puppet France? There's no way. There's actually no way. If I can puppet France, that would be... There's no way, though. I'm even gonna improve relations, just in case. If I can puppet France. Let's see. I think it's about to end, but then France wanted to join our faction. Let's see if they join. There is no way. France is our puppet. What? Why? Why would you want it? Why? Okay. That's one last thing. I'm gonna clean everything up. I'm gonna integrate civilian administrations of everything that I can here. And then I'm going to go ahead and form... I was going to form the European Union, but that'll be part of part 2. But I'll clean all this up for the finale of part 1. This might be world conquest. It depends on how many views this gets. Depends on how many views. So I'll clean this up and see how it looks. Well, I can't say that it went a little bit well. This is Germany now. And all of these states have good compliance too, which is kind of crazy. So, I mean, thank you guys for watching. I didn't mention it the rest of the entire video, but if you can, please subscribe. New channel. Okay editing. Good video ideas. Right? Yeah. Thanks for watching. Been a pleasure. I mean, I think we ended off with pretty nice borders.